Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the DownAir Podcast. The big 1-0, double digits. We made it, baby.
Pretty good time for it, all things considered.
I am joined by my co-host, Cube.
Hiya.
Robbie.
Hiya.
And I'm Dev. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast, I do not apologize for any of them.
Anything we say, 100%, we are meaningful and aware of.
Anything we said, anything that I said may have been real, that may have been associated with any sort of group or team. I do not apologize for these statements.
These guys aren't coming back for Conferred 6 Smash. I'm just telling you right now.
So there was a Nintendo Direct last Thursday.
What?
Whoever it was that rumored that there would be a Direct was almost right. They had the week off, but there was a Direct on November 1st.
Yep. Well, there were two people who rumored a new Direct. One was right, the other was wrong.
Yeah, one was right, and then we were like, oh, okay, I guess we're gonna hear about this soon. Then sure enough, on October 30th. At 8 o'clock, we were like, all right, we're probably going to hear about this in 2 hours. And then 2 hours later, sure enough,
we heard about it.
So yeah, there was a Direct, the final Direct for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Until the game comes out.
Until the game comes out.
Yeah.
The game's canceled.
Well, I doubt they'll do a specific one after this for Smash.
They did one for the DLC and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they did one for Bayonetta and
they've done little segments for Smash Brothers in future Directs.
No, I think a whole thing.
I think until the game comes out, this is the last time we're hearing about it from Nintendo.
Yeah. You know what? Good riddance. I'm tired about hearing it.
Yeah, you know what?
Fuck
just
Smash
too many
Brothers.
people talking about it. It's like it's enough. Enough's enough.
I hear enough stuff about Smash Brothers. I really don't need to hear 3 more people particularly talk about it.
So Dev, I completely missed the Direct. I had no idea what happened during it. There's no footage of me talking about the Direct or reacting
Me neither.
to the Direct. So
me neither. So it's fine.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to tell me exactly what happened during.
Man, I watched that. I would have given anything to be with y'all in that.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I think it's still archived.
It definitely is.
Robbie and I watched the Direct together and we reacted to it. So if you want our knee-jerk reactions to the Direct, you can find those at twitch.tv/RobbieDude.
And if you want to hear our apologies for those reactions, continue listening to this podcast.
You can go to the timestamp listed below.
Here's a funny clip from that. Dev, play a hilarious clip from that stream.
Okay, I'll do that.
And then you just play the fucking the clip when you were playing Lost World.
Yeah. Alright, we need to actually start talking about the Direct, I think.
Oh, fuck.
So the Direct starts just right off the bat, blasting anyone who thought that the Grinch leak was real, just straight out of the fucking water. Anybody who foolishly thought that Bergaben was incorrect.
Anybody who doubted such a golden
the man doubled down hard.
And you know what? It paid off.
It paid off because sure enough, the last 2 characters on the roster are Ken from Street Fighter and Incineroar from Pokemon. The very character that we spent a good amount of time when we did our Grinch League episode talking about why we didn't think that this character would be him.
Yeah,
there they are.
Not to say I told you so, but hey, feels real weird that there wasn't a Pokemon rip yet, huh?
I still stand by everything I said during that episode.
Yeah.
That being said, it feels wonderful to be proven wrong.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
There's never been a situation where I've been proven wrong and I go, damn it. I still feel great that these 2 characters are in.
No, Incineroar looks great. Go ahead, Cube.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Ken, he's an Echo, alright, good. Incineroar, he looks fucking good.
He looks dope.
He looks great.
Heel. I am here. He's great.
He poses after every single move. they are. I will say, however, they are cowards by letting you cancel out of those poses.
They should be hard.
You should have to commit.
Yeah.
I
think we'll talk more about every character and how we feel, like, probably at the end, right? Because we want to
yeah. Let's get through like a recap. Yeah. Really quick. We'll talk about things as they come. They once again, they went over the fighter select screen, talking about how you'll start out with the original 8 from Smash on the 64. They had this really like drawn out sequence of like adding every single character one by one, until you got to 74 fighters on screen.
Jesus.
Yeah,
wow, that menu fills up.
It kind of puts into perspective.
Yeah,
which, by the way, I personally just want to point this out. It's very easy to watch that direct on your Switch. Pause during the character select screen. Take a picture of your Nintendo Switch and then post it online, and then have
so just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
just keep that in mind. Anyone can make a fake leak, even me.
It's really easy to do that.
Even me, especially me. Yeah, so that was a neat look. Then they went over Amiibo, just confirming that the Inkling, Ridley, and Wolf Amiibos will be available at launch. K-Rool and Ice Climber Amiibos coming February 25th. Ken, Daisy, Pichu, Young Link, and Isabelle are getting trophies. Amiibo sometime in 2019.
The Incineroar Amiibo is Mia. We have no idea where the fuck that's coming. When. Where.
Yeah, eventually.
At some point.
There's no Incineroar Amiibo. We'll get more into that later.
I really want the Ice Climber one.
Yeah, Ice Climber looks really good.
That one is like a collection completer.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it. I think Ice Climbers are actually the character I'm most excited for.
Yeah, because it's like it was so, like, it felt weird having them not be in Smash 4.
They were like the first one I ever played in a tournament.
Yeah. So then we got introduced into the next segment by Sakurai confirming that Smash Bros. Ultimate will not have trophies.
Bummer.
End of an era.
Bit of a bummer, yeah. And then he said, "But don't worry, we have something to offer in exchange. Take a look at this. Spirits mode."
Hey!
Stickers are back!
Who saw it coming? Who saw it?
Certainly not us.
Mode?
So yeah, it's been a long time coming for them confirming Spirits mode. However, I think the three of us can safely say that Spirits mode was absolutely not what any of us anticipated.
Nope.
At all.
Nope.
So as Cube said, Spirits mode is like a combination of stickers from Brawl and then custom items and equipment in Smash 4, and they kind of just merge the two together, where instead of equipping equipment, you are now equipping stickers of characters. Either in the roster or otherwise, like they show a spirit of, like, Gooey from Kirby, Takamaru, Kazuhira Miller from Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
The girl from the volleyball Famicom game.
Stanley and Donkey Kong Jr. Actually, however, I do need to bring up the fucking injustice that was done onto me. The first spirit that was shown was none other than Chibi Robo.
Yeah.
That was a stab. Yeah. That was a fucking stab.
Sakurai, what the fuck?
He pointed at the screen and said, "And for you, Doki Dev, here's the knife. I'm gonna twist it
for you, Devlin LeMay. I have
okay,
grim tidings."
I wasn't sure if I should go in full name.
No, it's fine when I do it.
Sakurai did it, so
Sakurai did it. I mean, so, my name's just out there now.
I mean, for what it's worth, like the way they talk about it, it's like these other characters are lending the fighters their energy, and I like to picture that as they're just on the sidelines of every match cheering them on, like they're the cheerleaders. So I like to like Chibi Robo is just there.
The best way I've been able to describe this mode, if this mode sounds confusing, that's because it fucking is.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about all the stuff in Spirits mode yet.
Yeah, but the best way to describe it is like it's stickers from Brawl, and then the actual game mode of it is like event mode.
Yeah,
But
so
event mode is tied to a specific character, which is a spirit.
yeah, so kind of how it works is that one of the ways at least that you acquire spirits in Smash Ultimate is through a mode that's called the Spirit Board, which is kind of this like wanted like poster looking thing of like, here's the spirit that you can get right now. Here's the spirit of like Rouge of the Bat, and there are spirit battles where it is a tailor-made sort of little event mode battle specific to that spirit, whereas one of the examples that they bring up in the direct is like a Lakitu and Spiny battle where you are fighting against Iggy Koopa, and he has a bunch of little tiny red Bowsers following him. There's one for the Imprisoned from Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, where you have to fight a giant black K. Rool while a Girahim Assist Trophy is defending him.
I think the one that like demonstrated it best to me was the DDD one, where it's
Gordo. There's a Gordo spirit, and it's just invisible DDDs throwing out Gordos constantly on greens, and it's like, okay, they're having fun with this. And that's I think it was in this mode too where Sakurai, like out of left field, pulling this back from Smash 64. It's like, actually, all of the fighters are actually toys. And the goal of the fighters is to return to the real world.
I thought they were trophies.
And stuff about, like, the imagination and whatnot. And, like, the more I thought about it, because Robbie and I's reaction, if you watched the Twitch stream, initially we were very much still in like, the mindset of, oh, so no trophies, huh?
Yeah, this is where you're placing trophies.
But like honestly, the more we thought about it, it's like, yeah, this really like talking about like it's the imagination, the fighters are really toys. Where it's like this mode really does just feel like someone was just like playing with toys. Where it's like they didn't have like it's like, oh, I don't have a toy of like the Imprisoned, so I'm just gonna take this King Dedede toy that I have. It's like, oh, I'm the Imprisoned, you have to fight me. And it's like it really does feel like you're playing with toys, and it really does feel like they're using their imagination in an actually like really like clever way. Or it's like there's one that they show later where it's like fucking Hal Emmerich specifically
That's what I love.
Specifically his Metal Gear Solid 4 incarnation, and that is just a PS3 render in Smash Ultimate.
I feel like anything involving like that Metal Gear Solid characters in this thing is gold.
Yeah, like so there's a Hal Emmerich spirit wherein you're fighting against a Dr. Mario that is constantly like running away from you, but it also has a giant metal Rob defending it.
Like, there would never be a situation where they could correctly put in Hal Emmerich as a fighter.
Otacon's not going to be a fucking fighter, nor would you ever, like, unless there was, like, ever, like, a fucking, like, Metal Gear Rex boss fight or something. There is no way that would actually happen in Smash Brothers.
But
with Spirits mode, they can kind of circumvent that and be like, okay, we can't offer you this exactly, but in this like really cute way, we can give you like an approximate facsimile where it's like kind of like role play almost.
Yeah, so
and then you can get that character, and it's like, oh, I beat Hal Emmerich. Now I get to get this JPEG, and I get to own, like, I own it. I own this PNG, and now it's like in my inventory, and I can feed it little spirit snacks, and I can bring it on spirit adventures. So it's a way of unlocking like that character in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, like one other example I liked was Gutsman. You fight a big orange Mega Man, and he just throws a lot, which uses Gutsman's power. Like you can't fight the actual character, but you're fighting the idea.
Yeah. It's really good. And so Robbie, excuse me for a second.
Nice.
Robbie brings up that's like, this is even the Spirit board isn't even like scratching the surface of what Spirits mode offers, as far as like there's this entire like phone game like aspect to it where it's like you level up spirits that you have. By the way, I don't think we actually like explained, there are primary spirits and then there are support spirits. You can only have one primary spirit equipped to a fighter, and then primary spirits will have a certain amount of slots that you can equip support spirits to, which will give you like different effects, like custom custom equipment did in Smash 4, or it's like, oh, if you equip this one, you start with like the home run bat, or with this one you move faster or something. But those spirits also level up. They gain experience from you using them. But then there's also this part where you can like feed them snacks and stuff to give them experience. There's this whole mode where you can go like farm for spirits and stuff. You can craft spirits if you max level.
If there was one thing keeping Smash Brothers from being like the perfect game that you'd be playing forever, it's grinding. There's no grinding in Smash Bros.
It's a portable game on a portable system that you can bring with you. So it's like, what do you add to it? Oh, you just slap a phone game in there.
Yeah,
and
I love it.
It's not like implemented in a way that feels like kind of shoehorn, where it's like creating some sort of like artificial longevity. Like they did a good job of like actually kind of making it work together and making me like, oh yeah, I kind of do actually want to like do this. And it's like, obviously we're talking about this a month until the game comes out, so our opinions could change. It's like when we play with it a little bit, it's like, oh, this fucking sucks, this is boring, I don't want to play this. But from the onset, it all looks really cool, and I am excited, and I'm looking forward to giving it a shot.
Yeah, it's not like custom moves in 4 where you had to hope you got them. You just had to play like a trophy smash. It was just a mess.
Yeah, and there is a spirits battle mode within it where you can it's custom battles where you can equip spirits and whatnot, and then you just have a match with your friends.
I'd like to see how interesting those spirits get, like make projectiles faster, or
like how specific they can be.
But your bees are really powerful or something like that.
And I think this is also like a really good thing that they did that Smash 4 suffered from, where was the fact that Mii's and customs were kind of like customs, and then also custom moves, and then Mii's were all kind of coupled together in this really unnecessary way, where they've done a much better job at separating them, where the fact that custom moves are just gone now, but also the fact that custom equipment and whatnot is delegated to spirits mode, so you go here if you want to play that, and then you have just Mii's that exist separately from that, which thank goodness.
Speaking of which, there was a spirits mode of Lip from the game Panel de Pawn.
Yes.
And it was like the sword fighter dressed up as Lip, and she attacks with the flower, and there's like little assists that come in and assist her that are like plant based. And it's like there's never a situation where, I mean, I guess there could be, but there's like rarely a situation where I think Lip would actually be playable. But like this is a good way around that. Like this is a fun way to deal with that pain, essentially.
Yeah, pain.
I'm not looking forward to the Geno one. It's gonna be in there.
Hang on. So when we were initially watching the direct, we would see like spirits of characters that we wanted, and we were saying like, that character's deconfirmed. God damn it! Like I still like there's one for Karate Joe, and I was like, God damn it, that character's deconfirmed now. Fuck. There's one for Geno.
There's one for like Paper Mario, Mr. L. Like there's tons in there that are just every character.
Yeah, where it's like, and then we realized first of all, just from the onset, that's kind of a stupid way of looking at that, because that's like kind of equivalent to saying like, oh, this character has a trophy. That means they can't.
Yeah, like Mewtwo and Lucas had trophies in Smash 3DS, and well, we know how that goes.
Yeah,
I think the biggest I keep joking like, oh, this is deconfirmed, and like I still kind of stand by that, but I think the biggest one that was like an outlier was like, oh, get a Daisy spirit.
Yeah, get a Daisy spirit, or like a Captain K. Rool spirit.
Like, there
are specific like fighter spirits. Like there's one of Meta Ridley. So like spirits that are, I think, based on actual like fighters in the game, they refer to as fighter spirits, and you can't equip them. They're not primary spirits that you can bring into spirits mode. So I think those are kind of in the game that is like the best equivalent to trophies that there is.
Yeah.
So the only hope in that case is that they have descriptions.
That being said, there is a Geno spirit, and it's just the Super Mario RPG looking ass render.
To be fair, there's no other art.
Now, if you think that's disappointing, just keep listening.
Yeah, and to be fair, the Daisy spirit was like a fucking Mario Party 6.
Yeah, you find me one other piece of art of Geno they could have used.
We have been talking about spirits for about 15 minutes.
Yeah,
if you think that we're gonna be skimping out or trying to rush through this, you get some popcorn, settle in. We're gonna be talking about this direct.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, like, Spirits mode, like I said, absolutely not what I thought it was going to be. But also, we are not done. But we will get to more about Spirits mode later on, considering that we're going in the order of the direct.
Yeah.
So next, they went over local and online multiplayer modes. Local, you can connect up to 4 switches together for like a maximum, I guess, of like 2 players per switch, or I guess depending on however you want to divvy it up.
I don't see why they wouldn't do 8-player Smash on the go.
Yeah,
no doubt in my mind that each switch can have 4 controllers connected to it.
That's gonna be a real hard screen to split between 8 people.
Oh yeah, but I doubt that they wouldn't let you do it at least.
Yeah. We'll see. I think I have to imagine that people are probably more interested in what's up with online.
Yeah.
For Smash Brothers, I know I am. So they said right out the gate, they are getting rid of For Fun and for Glory. For Fun and for Glory in Smash 4, where you're kind of 2 ends of the extreme of like casual and semi like pseudo ranked. Where For Fun was like 4 players, any stage, items on, all that stuff. I think it was timed.
Yeah.
And then you had For Glory, which was just 1v1. There was a 1v1 option, but then there were also like teams and Smash. Where it was 1v1, no items, Omega stages only. So
Not
that was
Fox
like
only, but if you wanted like that, you could do that.
Yeah, so that was very much like this is where like competitive Smash players go. So the replacement is instead preferred rules, where you instead just set your preferences of, do I want a timed how long do I want the match to go? Do I want like 5 minutes? Okay. Do I want it to just purely be a timed match? Do I want stock? Do I want stamina? How many stocks do I want? What kind of stage do I want to play on? Do I want to play on all stages with hazard toggle, Omega stages, or battlefield stages? And what items do I want to play with, if any? So you set your preferences instead of choosing a specific mode, and if they stopped right after that, I'd be like, great, that's
cool, thank you.
Yeah,
great. And then there's one sentence that ruins it. So it'll link you together based on your preferences, and then before a match with whoever you're linked up with, it will randomly choose among your preferences. So
Which means that if you're in an area where the connection isn't good, but it did manage to find 4 other people to play with,
yes,
you select, I just want to play Final Destination stages with no items for 4 minutes on a stock match.
Yeah.
And 2 other people also agree with that. We only want that. But then someone wants all the fucking items on, only playing on
Little
battlefield
Timmy.
stages, only Pac-Land, and it's 2-minute coin battle. There's a 1 in 4 chance that you're gonna be playing on fucking Pac-Land.
Yeah, so like that's the thing. It'll link people together. Where it's like, oh, we both want to do 1v1. That's cool. But it's like, oh, I only want to do like battlefield stages. Oh, well, I want to do any stage. Where it's like, okay, well, there is a chance that I can't play the way I want to play, which is that's not good.
But like, I feel like the way we want to play specifically, I guess that doesn't go for everyone. We will be able to find matches pretty well in whatever the standard tournament fare is.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a majority of players who are going to want to play 6 minutes, 4 stock, hazard toggle off. Like, I don't think there's going to be any
Yeah.
any like a deficiency of that. I think that's going to be a very popular option.
Yeah.
But the fact that they haven't described it further than that makes me worried.
Yeah, like I was speaking to someone about this, and they described it as a similar thing that the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection had, where you would get into a lobby, and you and the host of the lobby could have picked different games to play. Where it's like, oh, I want to play Street Fighter 2, or or the host is like, oh, I want to play Third Strike. Where it's like, you could be ready, you could be prepared to play Street Fighter 2, but then it's like, oh no, we're playing Third Strike, so you better get ready.
That's
and it's just like
that's
just
on
the
a
fact.
different level.
And it's like, granted, that's a bit more an extreme of an example, but it's just the fact of the matter of like there could be a combination that you could not be like anticipating, where it's like, if you're prepared to play on like an Omega stage, and then suddenly you're on fucking like standard Garden of Hope with all items on, or it's like, I'm not getting what I wanted here. And like, granted, like, you're both right, like, there are definitely going to be a lot more people playing with like standard like tournament whatever like preferences, and that's fine. But yeah, just the way that just like the fact that chance kind of exists, I just think is a little unfortunate.
There are a lot of things in this direct that were poorly worded and poorly paced.
Yeah.
It sucks that the mode that I'm going to be playing the most was one of those things.
Yeah.
I think the online mode needs like 20 minutes to talk about. I think you need to tell me everything about how that fucking system works.
You know, they talk about, you know, global Smash Power. That was a thing in Smash 4.
Matchmaking ranking.
Yeah, like
MMR.
it's like whatever. They talk about how matchmaking is a lot more proximity based. So like, you're not, like, in most cases, you're not really gonna fight anybody like outside of your country. Fine. Most likely. Like, that's fine. And then they do the thing where it's like, you know, a standard, like a stable internet connection is preferred. So, you know, fucking buy a LAN cable.
There are $13 on Amazon. If
anybody is listening to this podcast and needs help getting a LAN cable, just let me know.
Just go on Amazon. They're like,
I'm more helping myself out getting you a LAN cable than I am helping you out.
I can't believe that Nintendo would force me to spend $30.
To be fair,
that guy probably doesn't watch this podcast.
It should be built into the fucking dock. If I paid $60 for a fucking dock and it doesn't have an Ethernet port, I'd also be kind of cheap.
You paid $60, not $80.
I'd be upset. I do agree. I think the Switch dock should have come with a Ethernet port. That I'm not arguing with, but like, this is based off a very specific NeoGAF Reset Era post. I want to say, no disrespect to the person who posted it, but there's also. But also shut the fuck up. But there's just like, the way that the post was written was very much like, I don't understand how online works in games, and I want them to make magic code that makes my possibly not great internet connection better than what it would be. Which is like, that doesn't exist, buddy. Your options are either to get a LAN cable or get better internet. Like, that's
if there was an option like that, it would cost way more than $15 for
also that too.
Cable.
Like
they would be doing
if you're going out there and you are purchasing a $60 game, you could go to your local Best Buy and get a third-party Ethernet adapter. They are not expensive.
Yeah, they're like,
get one for 4 generations ago. Like, they're available.
Like, it's just okay. USB. Like, it's just USB. So it's
my one from the Wii still works.
They advertise that. They say use the one from your Nintendo Wii.
It wasn't even the Nintendo. It was like a third-party Nyko thing with a little light on it. Perfect.
Yeah,
works perfect. They still sell them.
Yeah, like you can get them.
For all the people who still got the Nintendo DS Wi-Fi Ethernet.
To play fucking Animal Crossing Wild World.
Give me big shootouts. I want them shootouts in the chat.
So yeah, everybody go buy a LAN cable. They talk about elite battles,
Ooh.
which are like, after I don't know if it's linked with like Global Smash Power or what. But it's kind of like a like high league like.
It's Challenger rank. It's Challenger and Masters rank from all of your favorite MOBAs.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I know what that means.
It's where the pros go.
I know. Where it's, and they even say it's like if you're able to play this mode, pat yourself on the back. You're good.
You get to be an elitist.
And
official Smash Bros. Elitist.
And they say specifically that they will take a look at elite battles when looking at the game's balance.
Thank you.
So basically, yeah. So on one hand, thank you, but also like, so I feel like that means that like a lot of Smash 4 players are just gonna end up defining the meta.
Yeah.
I mean, that is who defines the meta. To be fair.
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
If they,
but also just like the idea of the game
extremely
being
high win rate for Duck Hunt Dog, they're gonna be like, why does Duck Hunt Dog have an extremely high win rate? And then look at those matches and see what's going on. Like that's how balance works. You know how it used to work with Smash Brothers? They played it internally. Like
yeah.
That's
probably them saying we're looking at elite battles and going to balance the game around those. That is such good fucking news.
Yeah, no, the fact that like I like regardless of what I said before, like yeah, the fact that they are like in this game like a lot more in general open to, you know, user feedback to determine the game. Like I think that is a good step.
Yeah, we probably won't have like things like the domination of the Diddy Hoo Ha.
Yeah. Smash tags. Cute little profile thing. Icon colors. That's really.
I was kind of disappointed. Like I thought it was just gonna be like clan tags. We could also ours as
dope.
Yeah, no. There's no DownAir tag, unfortunately.
Fuck.
Preset messages return, sort of. They are preset messages now instead of custom, but you can use them anywhere.
That's good.
But they are done. Controls. They are done before and after a match. Which, like, you know, that's fine.
I feel like I saw an option. There was like a few options that you can do where it was like only see welcome messages, never see any messages, and like also you can bind them to taunts.
Probably. Like, I
think I might have seen something like that. My eyes might be misremembering, but we can't officially say that they're in or not.
Yeah. Mid matchmaking training, there are modes that you can play while you're waiting for a match. I think it is mostly just like training mode. I don't remember what the other mode was, or if it was just like a regular Smash or not.
I would love if they added a thing that was like while you're waiting for the other person to select, play on the stage and their last character that they played, and like see how that matchup works and see what combos you can do. And like, I couldn't do this last match. Let me see if that works. Then it does. Yeah.
But it also just like, yeah, like even like in Smash 4, they had like, you know, you could beat up like the sandbag for a little bit. But the fact that this is kind of a lot more expanded upon.
So I imagine that still exists somewhere.
But this is even before you get in a lobby, which I think is good.
My assumption is based on like, so somewhere, I forget where exactly this part, they played like the main theme, but it was like the guitar that was the waiting room for the past games. I imagine if they have that, they can probably still do that somewhere.
Yeah.
So what I want them to do is when you're like matchmaking, it just plays that the whole time. That
I wanted to play the fucking the Brawl Wi-Fi waiting room theme. No matter what match I'm in.
You can go online with 2-player teams and fight against other 2-player teams. It's
still only local.
No, it's online. It was during the online segment, dude.
Yeah, you can play doubles online, but you can only play with people who are locally sitting next to you.
Oh, that's what you... Okay, all right.
So, like, me and you can't go online.
Yeah, but me and Cube can, so...
I mean, if you're in the same room.
Yeah.
Long Island RetroCon, it's great.
Yeah. So, lobbies is what they ended on for online talk.
Finally!
Which preferred rules we were talking about, that's a bit of a downgrade from For Fun or For Glory. This is an upgrade.
Straight fucking upgrade. What we've been fucking begging for.
So these are lobbies that you can set, and you set custom match rules where it's like, okay, this is gonna be one-on-one, this is gonna be one-on-one, this is gonna be smash, free for all battle, team, whatever, your item, your stock, your time, whatever. So it's reminiscent of two things to me. Or it's reminiscent of ARMS lobbies. Because of you've got the little circle icons for players.
You got a token.
Yeah.
And you pick, and you got little parts where you sit. There's one for the actual match. There's one for, next in line. And then there's one to spectate.
You just
Finally! Tournaments are going to be so good, dude.
You can finally spectate lobby matches. And those two things, the other thing that it reminds me of is Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yeah.
AKA a fighting game.
Finally. We're a real fighting game.
Finally. We made it.
The hope is that the people that are in the next in line section also spectate if there's a match going.
I think they said as much.
I watched the direct a couple of times and I didn't hear anything about it in particular. And Robbie, you say, you have to imagine, but it's just let's not. Let's wait until the 7th.
Yeah, we'll see.
So one would hope you can chat during matches via the Switch app, which cool.
I mean, I did have one interesting experience with the Switch app back when Mario Tennis, they did that update and added a co-op event. I tried it out for fun. I turned on the app and it put me into a voice chat with other people in there, just randos, which is neat.
They were nice.
You know what? Yeah,
they were, and they can be.
But...
Yeah. I mean, voice chat. I mean, they made the app, so it's good that they're still committed to it. I obviously am still not going to use it, but
yeah.
That's not all for your phone though, because they also announced that I think it's within the Switch Online. Oh God, excuse me. within I think it's within the Switch Online app. They're going to make something in 2019. Called Smash World, and that is a place where you can post photos and videos, and they also said that they're going to do some other stuff with it that they didn't really talk about.
Did you say post videos?
Videos. That's right.
Oh.
Which are probably just going to be the same as short little match replays.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's also just because considering how you can post short little 30-second videos on Twitter, I wonder if that's just another place you can put those.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking for a second, to YouTube, but that doesn't really exist on the Switch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We'll see you in a week.
Is it? No. But yeah, that's all for the online stuff. Once again, the lobby stuff looks really good, and I mean hopefully that's where I'm gonna be spending the most of my time. So it's good to know
if there's a lobby viewer, a browser where it's this is a lobby where we're playing coin matches. This is a lobby where everyone's playing as Palutena.
Yeah,
that would be.
Well, yeah, because you can make lobbies open or only viewable by friends. So there has to be a lobby viewer.
We'll see on the 7th.
So we'll see on the 7th.
Here's one thing I'm confused about. Are lobbies for public matches also, or are they just for friends?
It looked because you could specify in the direct they showed you could specify between open to all, open to friends.
Ah, okay.
So I think that lobbies are just another way of doing matches online, and I feel maybe just doing a public lobby might be the better way to play online with strangers.
Yeah.
Just like every other fighting game.
Just like every other fighting game. It's a fighting game now, baby.
We did it.
We did
it.
So that's it for the online modes. Then we got into assist trophies.
The Dream Breakers.
The graveyard. The graveyard for many hopes and dreams.
This
Frame
is where
one.
the Grinch League goes to die.
If you were like looking at the Grinch leak, when they announced Ken and Incineroar, and you're like, oh, maybe they just didn't know Incineroar was in. Maybe they still have a chance. Frame one. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Why did you wait?
As an assist trophy.
Why did you wait so long to show him?
Why? Like that ultimately does boil. Like, yeah. What's your problem? Why did you wait? Why did you wait so long? That doesn't seem very fair to anyone.
Just pull the Band-Aid off.
They didn't really talk about much other than just like showing some assist trophies. So we're just gonna go through these real quick. And just, peel that Band-Aid off. Shadow the Hedgehog. Then we had Yuri Kozukata from Fatal Frame, Maiden of Blackwater.
If you go back to my stream, you can hear me die laughing.
That
was so fucking good.
It is a funny assist trophy where it's just, a woman in the background and she's taking like pictures of the fighters, and it's like, all right, so I guess everybody's ghosts now. Sort of in the way that everybody gets hurt by Simon and Richter's holy water.
Yeah.
They're possessed toys, so.
Yeah. So after that, after this, just gonna have a moment of silence. Isaac from Golden Sun.
Yeah. Hey, did we talk about like that little plant item last week? Because that's apparently not
Golden Sun. We did not address. There was a.
Thank God we didn't.
Thank God we didn't. Otherwise, we'd feel even more like idiots. So there was in one of the like Smash Brothers like promotional like college tailgate things that they were doing. There was a video that they did to advertise it, and in one of the shots there was an item that they had not announced yet, and everybody's like, "What is this?" And it looked like a little growth sprout from Golden Sun. And this was, at the time when the Grinch League was running rampant, and, it said that Isaac would be in. And so everybody looked at that and was like, all right, that's it. Like, that's, like, easy. Like, he's in.
Yeah.
Red herring. We were all fooled.
And then he's not.
And, he's in.
But that was just some random bullshit.
Yeah. They posted that item on the Smash Bros. Website. It isn't from Golden Sun.
That's
just
an
a
item.
fucking thing.
That's just the thing that they made. Like, it doesn't even do the thing it does in Golden Sun. So
yeah, I think it's just like a gooey bomb that heals you.
Yeah, it's a reverse gooey bomb. So, like, Cube, I'm sure Shadow the Hedgehog hurts.
Yeah.
But I think Isaac Golden Sun fans suffered the hardest loss on this day.
Yeah,
to me, Shadow would be oh, cool, yeah. Those people, they have a greater pain to deal with.
Like after the direct, it was like, please check on your local Isaac fan.
The second that they announced Echo Fighters is the second they should have shown Shadow as an assist trophy.
Yeah.
The millisecond they said, and we're introducing Echo Fighters, Shadow as an assist trophy, and this is the Echo Fighters that we're showing off.
Yeah.
It's like, and Robbie brought up before how a lot of this had like pacing issues, where it's like, this isn't even a pacing issue. This is just, why wasn't this in E3 2018 or August 8th, 2018?
You had your chance to fucking.
Yeah,
why wait so long? Like, that was a bad move. Is all it boils down to. So after Isaac, we had Black Knight from Fire Emblem, another character that people kind of wanted as like an Ike Echo, which that's fine.
Is what it is.
It is what it is.
There for you.
So after that, we had Springman show up as an assist trophy.
That one hurts, but at least he's in.
That one genuinely bummed me out.
I feel like I should have been bummed.
It's an honor to appear. I kind of wish he didn't appear at all.
But I'm not. Like, I'm not bummed, just because, like, there were the comments from the ARMS team where it's like, we really like Springman to be in Smash, but we really just don't think that's happening. And so I had just gotten the expectation to expect nothing as far as ARMS representation goes, like that they were just going to skip over it. But to get, Springman as an assist trophy was really, I thought that was cool. And then they showed his moves where, he does his punch and whatnot. But then one of the moves that he does is just, like, his super, which is like, oh, that could have just been a Final Smash.
You just showed this Final Smash.
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? Like, a little early for it, but confirmed 6 Smash, he's gonna be in there, no doubt.
Yeah, next one, he's there, baby.
Yeah, next one, he's in. After that, they had Dr. Wily from Mega Man show up as an assist trophy. He flies around in the little thing. It's cute.
Better than Elect Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Flies in hand from Mario Paint.
Perfect choice.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's a fly. There we go.
Tiki from Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah,
cool.
okay.
Whatever. Vince from Art Academy.
Perfect choice.
That's a fucking out there pull. I'm into it.
I'm always glad.
This one is, by and large, my favorite new assist trophy.
This one's my favorite too.
Guile from Street Fighter shows up in his assist trophy, and all he does is sit in a corner, block, and do flash kick.
They showed it the way that they introduced Guile. Guile spawns. He goes, "I'm here," and then he ducks.
Yeah.
And then it holds on him
and
ducking.
you just got in the background.
It holds on him ducking, and then Ryu walks up and he gets flash kicked. Like that.
Flash kick. Like all Guile says is like, "I'm here." Flash kick. Flash kick. Flash kick.
And then he combs his hair and disappears. Perfect represent. If you were to represent that character in any other way, I would actually be angry.
Yeah, like that was perfect. It was incredible. And then the last assist trophy they showed is Akira from Virtual Fighter.
Polygons.
Sega Saturn model.
The coolest thing about him is that he's the only character in Smash Bros. That animates at 120 frames per second.
Yeah,
like his victory animation. His victory animation is straight ripped from the original game.
And I really like that his voice clips are like have that same sort of like compression.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really
here's
good.
my hope for him. If you get his spirit and evolve him, it turns into like the high-res VF5.
They just put more polys on him.
Oh man. So yeah, that was it for assist trophies. So assist trophies were literally like they just went through to like that was just the deconfirm station.
Rest in peace, Shadow. Rest in peace, Isaac. Rest in peace, Springman. Rest in peace, I guess Black Knight. You will be missed.
It's an honor to appear.
It's an honor to appear. So then they went into the section called Other Modes.
The second bummer station.
Bummer station. So first we've started with kind of the umbrella mode called Mob Smash. Which is where they house Century Smash, which is just 100-man Smash from every other Smash Brothers.
Melee.
Yeah, multi-man melee. All-Star Smash, which is this game's all-star equivalent, where there are a couple of things different about it. It's not a set like, oh, you're fighting this many fighters and then you're done. It's an endless Smash mode where you are fighting however many fighters. They say currently available fighters. So whatever characters you have unlocked, that's who you fight endlessly until you lose. And unlike previous iterations of All-Star, it's there from the get-go. You don't need to unlock it.
Yeah, it just uses who you have unlocked, I think.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
They say currently available, so...
Currently available. Could that mean more? We shall see. No new rest mode music.
Like, there's no hub. There's not a mode out of it. You don't get a special trophy when you beat it. Like,
yeah, well, you can't now.
But still, like, I mean,
yeah,
God, we're not gonna get fucking like Final Smash trophies for characters anymore.
Yeah, it like
this
direct kind of put into perspective how much was cut in service of everyone.
Yeah, we're
here.
Definitely gonna get more into some cut content.
There is no home run contest.
There's no, so yeah, I guess now we'll get into it.
We're talking about other modes, and this is like,
this is where
so not only from the Direct, but also from Nintendo Live 2018, and we'll talk more about this later, but there is a point where Sakurai is going through a bunch of menus, and he goes to the Games and More section, which is where Mob Smash is, and you have Classic Smash. You have Classic Mode. You have Mob Smash. You have like where you make your Mii fighters. You have, and it's like there are like not any other modes.
Yeah.
There's no home run contest. There's no like break the targets. There's no fucking like. There's no.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, like it sucks. And also in Mob Smash, there's Cruel Smash, which is from Smash 4. It's hard.
If you beat 20, you get Sonic.
You get Toad. Excuse you.
Oh
yeah.
Shit.
Rotate the analog stick 64 times. So they introduce replay mode, and I personally got a kick out of this. And the text that I use to describe it in our show notes is machinimas, baby. The reason being is that this is the most, and not by much, but by enough. This is the most like in-depth replay mode we've ever had.
You can go frame by frame.
You can go frame by frame. You can zoom in. You can focus on different fighters. You can pan the camera.
Yeah.
Like.
And then you can save it. Then you can save that video.
And you can post a 30-second version of that video on fucking Twitter.
Yeah. Machinimas, baby.
Machinimas, they're back, baby.
Yeah.
Fuck Source Filmmaker.
We're gonna get fucking funny brawl moments 14 on Machinima, and it's gonna be fucking dope.
Mario.
No, not here. Not here.
No. Don't worry, I'm gonna cut it out.
No, keep it in.
Okay. So, and then we've got, challenges are back, achievements are back. This is one of the other ways that you can unlock spirits. And the way that it's framed, I like a lot more than previous games.
Yeah, it's like a comic book.
Yeah, that's how they phrased it in the direct. And I mean, it's challenges. It's
achievements.
It is what it is. And then we've got the shop. And
hold on, I just want to put down one gambit.
Yeah.
If you send me a picture of a full challenges list with no golden hammers used, I will maybe buy you the season pass. Just send it. Any picture of it to @Cuboid64.
And I'm gonna make that maybe like 200 decibels. And we've got the shop, and I'm really happy about the shop, because there are things that you can buy that aren't trophies. Well, ignoring the fact that there aren't trophies, there are things to spend money on. The money that you earn. You can buy spirits, you can buy Mii costumes, you can buy music, and you can buy spirit snacks to level up your spirits, and support items. All of those are purchasable with the in-game gold. You can sell your Smash tags that you accrue from fighting online for extra gold. Good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Man, imagine if in Smash 4 you could just buy all the custom moves.
I'm assuming you'll be able to like even buy characters too.
Yeah. That would be a streamlined way to unlock them.
Yeah. Maybe if they gave you another option, another way to unlock custom moves, maybe we'd have custom moves in Smash Ultimate.
What if?
Moving on, they show off the options menu. You can just from that menu switch between all 11 supported languages. You don't have to like do any weird account nonsense. You can hear all the Pokemon's different voice actors that they have to like delay the games to get all the voice lines for. You can hear Dorpsbewohner. In-game brightness settings.
Sure.
Not the energy I was expecting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yo,
Yeah.
it's fucking...
Woo.
Yo, I can undock my Switch, and you know my eyes don't fucking work correctly when I undock my Switch, and I can change the... I'm on the bus, and, like, the sun's shining, I got fucking glare going, I can change the fucking brightness? Are you kidding me? Thank you, Sakura. Finally! There you go. How's that? Is that good?
Thank you. That's perfect.
All right, go.
You can... The Blaststone UI toggle thing... the Blaststone UI is the new addition to this game, where if you're out of the stage and like in between the stage and the Blaststone, there's like a little radar that popped up, and when the game first was shown, everybody was like, "Oh, is that like a debug tool?" Nope, that's part of the game. You can make it bigger, smaller. You can just turn it off if you want.
I
Options.
think the more shit that's on the screen, the better.
I think it's just really good.
I think we just make it a MOBA.
And then
can we get a river for every single Smash Bros. Map? Thank you.
And then an option that is exclusive to wireless and online play only. If you're playing on a team, you can make your teammate transparent.
So, you know what this is? Because they're not transparent. They get, like, gray.
Yeah,
they're grayed out.
This is, I forget if it was actually in 4, but in the old ones, when you used to pick the same costume as your teammate and the same character, your character would either get darker or lighter.
Yes.
That is back, and I'm glad to see it.
But only in wireless or online play.
I will take what I can get.
Well, you can take what you can get. And so now, and then last thing they showed for options was custom balance. Now, you may remember that in episode 7, I believe, was the episode for the August Direct that we had with our friend Mar. He brought up the custom balance option that was shown previously in a menu and was talking about how it looked like a potential rage toggle for the rage mechanic that exists in the game. Unfortunately, that is not what that is. Custom balance is just it's handicap.
Yeah.
It's a handicap.
But in a very specific way.
Yeah. You can go on a character by character basis and say, "Oh, I want to turn Daisy up," or "I want to turn Ridley like all the way down."
Yeah.
And if you use a character that has a custom balance, it'll show an icon, so it's not like you can sneakily make the characters that your friends play as weaker. Or so like, it is purely like, if you and your friends want to like maybe just have fun and like play with some silly restrictions.
I'm not sure if it would ever get to this, but I'm picturing like, maybe we get another Bayo situation where like maybe one character is way too strong.
So they have to force a balance.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not like force across the whole thing, but you go to a specific venue, maybe, a character is set down a few notches.
Evo 2019, Bayonetta is going to be set all the way down.
Yeah, because Mr. Wizard lives like 2 years in the past.
And, well, if he does this, he's going to be living 10 years in the future, baby. Next, they showed off the Mii Fighters. Confirmed, Mii Fighter custom moves are back.
Hell yeah.
Thank goodness. You can change your voice type and your pitch.
I'm excited.
Yeah, like, I'm excited for Mii Fighters, too.
I played a lot. One of my mains in Smash 4 was Mii Fighter. Like, I absolutely loved the Mii Brawler. I loved I loved customizing them. I loved all the moves he had.
Do you remember the exact number set?
It was the spin kick, the drop kick, the flip kick, and the Falcon Punch. Those were
Alright,
those were
good
the
enough.
ones. Those are the ones.
Fair
I didn't
enough.
have the fucking shot put.
That probably works
ball
better than
thing.
the actual numbers.
It's fucking stupid. But those were the ones I always used. I loved playing as Heihachi. That was my main.
I remember.
Yeah.
I loved playing as Heihachi. I loved playing as Heihachi Jr., which was just a little tiny baby Heihachi. My favorite character was Flying Man. I made a Mii that was just named Flying Man, and he dressed up like Flying Man.
Oh my god! Oh, it's all coming back.
Those were some of my favorite characters to play, and I'm glad that they're keeping the spirit alive in a sense.
Yeah. One little detail about making your Mii Fighter that I noticed and that I really appreciated is that the color of your Mii's outfit is not dependent on a favorite color or anything. You can just
Thank you.
You can just set that right from the menu. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then lastly, they showed off a bunch of new outfits for the Mii fighters in a video, but then also that we spot in the wild from Nintendo Live. And we'll go in like semi order of appearance.
Here's where other dreams went to die.
Here's where other dreams went to die.
Not exactly.
And that I was and where I was further disrespected.
Yeah, I don't know. I see the words "fuck you" right next to one over here.
We've got a Yiga Clan member from Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Cool.
Splatoon 2 Inklings.
Why?
I mean, they had them in one.
I don't care what they fucking had in one.
Ribbon Girl from ARMS. So you have Springman as an assist trophy, and you have Ribbon Girl as a Mii costume. A Chibi Robo Mii Gunner outfit.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Just further absolute disrespect. They show this Chibi Robo Mii Gunner fighting against a bunch of Kirby's that they absorbed.
Oh, like the Spidors.
Game & Watch, so they were like these little black Kirby's, so they were like Spidors.
Straight up disrespectful.
Suck my dick.
Straight up disrespectful.
Man, they never really got the magic of that first game back.
Nope. So then another dream that died today. Ray Mark III from Custom Robo.
Owned.
I definitely know I was one person who really wanted them in, so I feel
yeah,
for
me
him.
too.
And this was my favorite. I mean, I joke.
This is the best one they showed off.
I joke, but I'm absolutely going to use that Chibi Robo outfit. This is the best one, objectively.
Yes.
There is a Toy-Con Mii Brawler costume that is just a person in a tracksuit, and they have the Toy-Con robot outfit together with the backpack and the goggles and the cardboard hands and the shoes.
It's the best one.
That is the best one, hands down.
I just want to make one of Jeff Gerstmann with it.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Amazing.
Oh, it's good.
Dr. Tracksuit will be in. And then so those are the ones that were shown in the direct. And then we spotted 3 more from Nintendo Live. There is
4 more, so I can say at the end something that'll make you feel better.
Okay. So we got a Mii. There's a Mii costume in the shop of Saki Amiyama from Sin and Punishment, to make up for their assist trophy seemingly being missing in action.
This is so weird.
Yeah. There was a Mii costume. I see what you're saying, Robbie. There was a Mii costume of Nia from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And it's real cute. And then there was a Mii costume to go with the Majora's Mask. There is a Skull Kid outfit.
So, it's okay. Let me just, in the same one where they showed Saki, they also showed a Chrom one.
Oh yeah, you're right. There is a Chrom outfit.
So there is a Chrom Mii costume, meaning Mii costumes do not mean deconfirmation, which also means that we can go along with what we say for spirits do not mean deconfirmation, which means Chibi Robo still got a chance.
So I mean, and I was going to say, like, I talk about like the disrespect by them showing a Chibi Robo spirit and also Chibi Robo Mii costume, but also they showed a Chibi Robo spirit first and foremost, and then they also showed a Mii costume. So like,
I mean, Chibi Robos are there's not one sealed Chibi Robo. There is multiple. They are factory made, so. You can just say, multiple. Those are different ones.
And I mean, and speaking of one that represents a group rather than an individual, we're gonna get next. They confirmed that this game will get DLC.
Yay!
Surprising no one.
They get to spend more money.
I'm glad that they said it. I'm glad.
I am glad that they didn't wait until the game came out to confirm that they're doing DLC. So they confirmed that they're going to do 5 DLC packs, and each DLC pack will contain 1 fighter, 1 stage, and the music for that stage. So that means 5 new fighters and 5 new stages, which lines up with all of the fucking with all the leaks that were based on that Korokoro typo. That was like, oh, there's going to be 108 stages, which, you know, by the end of February of 2020 there will be.
Yeah.
Each of those DLC packs are expected to be $5.99 each, so around $6. They said, you know, oh, now that, you know, since we made Smash Ultimate, our goal for Smash Ultimate to be bringing back every previous fighter, you know, we don't have to have a situation where we offer fucking Roy or Lucas as DLC. Yeah. all of the DLC fighters are going to be new, and they also said they're not going to be Echo fighters.
I like hearing that, but also, like, I love Echo Fighters.
Like that's kind of I've been thinking about this. Like, on one hand, like, it's like, yeah, that is cool, because I can't imagine, like, you know, like, I can't imagine a scenario where they announce one of the DLC characters and that it is an Echo Fighter and everybody's like, you want me to pay fucking like $6 for a character that's based off of someone else? Fuck you. Or it's like, I personally wouldn't have that much of a problem with it, but I can see other people having a problem with that. But also, it just made me think about, like, man, you kind of made like a big deal about Echo Fighters, and then there are only like 5 new Echo Fighters.
Yeah.
No, there's like 1, 2, 3. There's 4, and then they made Dark Pit and Lucina Echo Fighters.
Yeah. So the Echo Fighters in this game are, you've got Daisy, Dark Samus,
Chrom, Richter, and then Dark
Richter.
Pit and Lucina.
No, it can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yes.
Ken's so different though. Like,
Ken's different, but I mean, he's still an Echo ultimately.
Yeah.
So it's
but
like
Isabel's not.
Isabel's not. We talked about this.
It's so confusing.
We talked about. No, it isn't. We talked about this.
Okay. It's fine.
No, but to stay on point. Like, they made a big deal about, like, in the E3 directors, like, you know, we're treating characters a little differently, and we're going to be calling specific characters Echo Fighters, and, you know, here are some Echo Fighters, and then in the August direct, he's like, we're going to show you we're going to show you Echo Fighters, and we got Chrom and Dark Samus. So it's like, it's really weird that in, like, all of the directs about Smash Brothers leading up to this, there was a focus on Echo Fighters, and I feel like that focus doesn't show anymore in the roster. Yeah. And especially with the DLC, like, not having Echo Fighters.
I would love for them to do a thing where it's like, hey, this is the next pack that's coming out. Also, as a free update, we managed to do this, and they show off an Echo Fighter.
Yeah, like, if they, like, after the 5 DLC packs were done and they just did, like, here's a pack just with Echo Fighters, you know, charge however much you want for it, but it's like, these are all gonna be Echo Fighters, and you put, like, fucking, I don't know, you put Dixie Kong, you put whoever you want in there, and it's like, you know what you're getting.
If we made Echo Fighters a lot like, if an Echo Fighter was like Little Mac from Super Punch Out. Like,
yeah.
like that'd be a cool. I'd be okay with that being an Echo Fighter as a separate character slot. Like,
what do you name that? What do you call that? Who do you call that character specifically?
SNES Little Mac, like just Little Mac enough. 2 or Lil Mac.
Lil Mac. Lil. And so there is a season pass for this game. It is $24.99, which is about standard for...
Save $5.
You save $5. They did not show us any of the DLC fighters. Yep. They said, we're not ready, so please allow us to sell you this without knowing what's in it. We hope that people who are confident in its value will buy it.
Hey, you know what? Like, the knowledge that there's no Echo Fighters, they're all going to be unique, that gave me enough confidence that, you know what, there may be going to be some characters I don't like, maybe some Corins, but I'll still get something unique and new.
Yeah.
It's the situation where this picture goes around for a lot of artists on Twitter, but it's like somebody complaining, oh man, my cake isn't as good as this person's cake. But at the end of the day, whenever anybody's taking in, it's them going, oh shit, more cake. This is just more cake, baby.
Yeah.
We've said it before. This roster's immaculate.
Yeah.
Like, just putting more people into that roster is not a problem. I'm good. Like, you could keep giving me more, and I'll still love it.
And they talked about if you get the Fighter's Pass, you get a neat little bonus that is a costume for Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. With the quote
Deconfirmed.
Deconfirmed. With the quote, with the phrase, "It really makes you feel like you're playing as him."
It sure does.
I think they talked about there being no All-Star mode. They talked about there being no Target Smash. They removed trophies. Them putting a Mii costume in the game and say it's like you're actually fighting as them was the most insulting thing I've ever heard.
And, like, I don't even, like, if, like, I would not, like, Rex would have been a newcomer that I would have been very, like, okay, about. But even so...
I would not have expected Rex.
Yeah, but, like, the quote, "It really feels like you're playing as him," is the most, like, no, it doesn't. It feels like I'm playing It feels like I'm playing as a Mii fighter with a Rex costume on.
As somebody who did not want Rex in the game, that insulted me. I felt personally attacked by him saying that.
Yeah,
it really feels like you're playing as Chibi Robo.
No, I see my dude's face! It's ugly!
They said that they haven't started making the DLC yet. That they're waiting until they're done with the game to make the DLC. Even though you can preload the game, they're not done yet.
I wonder if I'll ever get to take a break.
I wonder... They shouldn't have said that. They should have cut
right after the Rockstar thing.
You can retire. You can retire. You can quit.
Yeah,
you don't
Robbie,
have to make the next
especially
one.
with like all of the shit that like companies have been getting about, like, you know, their crunch culture and whatnot, of, like, you know, fucking 100-hour work weeks, of, like, for someone, I don't know if Sakurai wrote this script. I have to imagine he might have, where it's like, I wonder if I'll ever get to take a break.
I'm not buying that season pass, man.
Looking
at vacation.
Looking at the camera and blinking twice like he's blinking for fucking help.
It's actually Morse code if you take all the blinks.
Yeah, it's the
like,
Morse code.
They have me hostage.
The Morse code says that Gino's in.
DLC Pack 3.
And so part of the confusion is, like they said, like, you know, we haven't started making the DLC yet, but does that...
And then...
But we don't know if that means that they know who they want?
They were very vague about it. I think they were purposely vague about
it. They were purposely vague about it, I guess, to kind of squash any sort of, like, expectations. And part of me wonders where it's like, if they don't know... Because obviously they decided who they want in the base roster at the beginning of the game. And so they were like, you know, oh, this character is not going to... We want this character. Oh, we're not going to put Springman in. And, you know, clearly we're not going to put Rex in. You know, because... And they said specifically for the Rex Mii costume, where it's like, oh, Rex... You know, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 wasn't out yet when we started, you know, choosing what characters we wanted for Smash Bros. Ultimate. And so the compromise is a Mii costume. And it's like, if you haven't started working on the DLC yet, what is stopping you from...
So,
having
my theory is, like, you know, third-party characters mainly. I imagine the DLC is mainly going to be guests.
Sure,
and,
yeah.
like, those discussions would have had to have taken place, like earlier in development, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like maybe a year to some months ago, maybe.
I mean, to be fair, half of the DLC for Smash 4 was third-party characters.
Yeah, like Ryu,
Bayonetta,
Cloud Strife.
Yeah. And that's what sells.
For sure. And I think after that, one of the most interesting parts of the Direct, by and large, they said, we have a limited time offer for those who buy the game and register it before the 31st of January.
Got my email today.
They had a little trailer to showcase Piranha Plant as a playable fighter.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it was a trailer that started with Mario music.
Gino.
Yeah, so like Mario music, Luigi is dazed. There's a Koopa shell. There are a bunch of Yoshis that are stunned. Mario walks in off screen, fucking pissed off. He's walking. He's gonna fuck someone up. And then what you see is just like a little piranha plant like sticking out of a jar, and it's like, oh, is that cute? What is that, an item? And then Mario goes to attack it, and then the piranha plant back dodges, and then hits him with a smash attack.
And then
we're like, what was this, an assist trophy? And then the piranha plant taunts, and then we're like, what is this?
I was fucking dumbfounded at work.
And then a splash screen that says piranha plant pipes up. It shows up on screen. Pipe it up.
Play a clip of our reaction, Dev, right here.
Yeah, I will if I can get the video. But yeah, no, straight up, no joke character. Piranha.
Let's get into it when we talk more about all the characters at the end, like with Ken and Incineroar.
Yeah, Piranha Plant's in. He has an amiibo coming February 25th, 2019 as well.
Before Incineroar.
The amiibo looks good.
Before Incineroar, yeah. The amiibo does look good. Like I said, if you register the game before January 31st. Piranha Plant does not have a set release window yet. They said, it's coming after the game comes out. But they said they may need a couple months, even though they have a set release date for the amiibo. Will it come before then? Who knows?
Early 2019.
Yeah, by February, I bet.
Time will tell. And then Sakurai was like, before we go, he says very plainly, the adventure mode in this game will be nothing like Subspace Emissary.
Like we were okay. You're just gonna
were we
whip it out.
supposed to expect Subspace?
Yeah, were we
supposed
to expect that?
And to an extent, he's kind of right. But he's like, you must be wondering, what happened to all of these characters? What happened to Kazuhira Miller that caused him to turn into a spirit? Oh, I'm gonna show you.
Well, he got captured.
I'm gonna show you this little tidbit, and I'll let your imagination do the rest.
And this is the...
And boy,
hey, if you want characters, this was the hypest thing in the whole Direct.
So we've been talking, whenever there's been a trailer, for the most part, a lot of the trailers have featured suggested death of a character. The very first trailer we saw featured Mario getting his head crushed and Mega Man getting his chest pierced by Ridley. Luigi getting his soul ripped from his body by Death's Scythe. King K. Rool getting his fucking neck broke by King K. Rool.
King Dedede getting his fucking neck broke.
So there's been, a theme of death that culminated into this trailer, into this opening cutscene for the adventure mode. Everyone dies.
Everyone gets blasted by a giant moonbeam from this weird bird.
There's an army. There's an army of master hands.
All master hands, by the way, no crazy hands.
Yeah, they're all what is it? Right hands?
Yeah.
They're all right hands. There is, and also another thing to note. There's voice acting. The cutscene starts out with a pan to Fox, and he's saying, "Don't let any of them get away," featuring some not great line reading by Yuri Lowenthal. I've got to be honest, and this led me to believe that they literally got an English voice actor for Marth, just so that they could have a dub for cutscenes.
That's the only.
That is the only reason. And Zelda has a voice too. And like I said, I gotta be honest. Like, no disrespect against Yuri Lowenthal, but I really wish they let you do another breed.
Yeah.
But enough about that. So they have this bit of banter between a couple of these characters. And then you have Shulk at the helm, and he sees a vision. And he sees a vision of everybody in front of everybody behind him getting fucking obliterated. And he turns around and he can't say anything.
He makes the same sound that baby covered in the peanut butter mix.
Because like, there's a lot of memes going around about it now, and it's very funny. It's really funny.
There's a lot of really good memes from this whole thing.
Yeah, but also like, if I were Shulk and I just suddenly in my head saw everybody dying, my response would have been,
He doesn't get a lot of time.
Like, yeah, he also, like, the fact that it's a split second. But yeah, just everybody gets fucking vaporized. Like, Pikachu gets vaporized and Sonic gets vaporized trying to help Pikachu.
Sonic always helps the small animals.
You've got the Inklings that, like, see this coming and they're like, oh shit, what do we do? And they try to fucking hide in ink puddles to avoid it. You got Captain Falcon fucking riding the whip trying to get into his blue Falcon.
Destroyed, mid-eat.
You've got Falco trying to fly away and his ship blows up. You have Palutena trying to reflect it and getting vaporized. And then Pit and Dark Pit falling because Palutena just died, so they don't have power of flight anymore.
Snake hides in a box.
And
they got him in the first round. He tricked him in the first round, but then they got him.
And the thing that kills me, the one meme, is like it does him dying in the box, and then it just does,
you have freaking Wii Fit Trainer doing a tree pose because that's her up smash, and her up smash has fucking iframes.
Yeah, bad news for her. That thing has a long hurt box.
Yeah. And then you have Kirby trying to fly away on the Warp Star, and then you can hear our reactions when we're watching the direct. But our reaction is like, no, not Kirby,
not Kirby.
Anyone,
Kirby.
Kirby gets away. So yeah, everyone dies, and then they also blow up what look like the trophies.
Every character from every video game ever does not go to a birthday party. They instead die.
It kills me because, like, it's clearly just the PNGs, because you see the Black Knight, you see Pigma, and it's just...
Yeah,
it's just JPEG like, it's me, Pigma.
There's an electroplankton that moves a little bit, but that's all you get.
I screamed real good before I died. And then you have the fucking, like, galaxy exploding. Yeah, and then you have Kirby coming back in this, like, desolate wasteland to lyrics.
Yeah, the raw part of the song.
I'll be FAMAS, E.G. New.
The main theme has lyrics. It's real good.
We were joking about it. We'd have a laugh about it.
Yeah. And then from there, the actual, like, trailer begins, where it shows like this panorama of, like, the world map, and it's all covered in clouds because you need to, like, unlock it first, and you're running around and you're doing what look like a bunch of different spirit battles.
Wait, well, hold on. You forget the part where Mario is cloned via gold.
Oh, yeah, the part where fucking Mario is, like, chained up by spirit energy, and then they, like, and then they pour, like, molten gold over him, and then they create a clone in his image, and then they possess it with a spirit.
Yeah.
Sadly, Smokey Prog.
Smokey Prog is confirmed for Pikmin.
Yeah, so and Mario gets these, like, creepy red eyes. Like, it's really good.
So in that trailer, they confirmed that, obviously, adventure mode, even before then, it's confirmed that adventure mode is, directly, correlated with spirits mode. You're doing spirit battles in this adventure mode, and that's, like, the primary mode that you're, leveling up these spirits and equipping them for and doing your different loadouts. There are parts where you were going to, like, specific fights against specific characters, or it's not like you're fighting a spirit, you're just fighting Marth, or you're just fighting Falco. and people are saying, oh, this could possibly be how you unlock, like fighters and stuff. There's a part in the trailer where you fight a fucking Shantae spirit.
Out of fucking nowhere.
Out of nowhere. We got a Shovel Knight assist trophy, and we got a Shantae spirit. So Sans is in.
And then we got the Captain Rainbow trophy. Oh.
So Sans is in, but regardless, there's like
I want to see that spirit fight.
So you're walking around. You've got transportation. You see Pokemon Trainer riding around on a Lapras. There's a point where you're flying around on the Great Fox, I think, in space. You're flying around on a Rathalos at one point.
It's adventure mode, baby.
It's adventure mode, baby.
And the fucking last shot you get is Inkling goes up to a secret boss who is it's fucking Gallium from Brawl.
Yeah, it is a Brawl subspace emissary boss. So Sakurai to be like, don't expect adventure mode. Which, by the way, the name of this adventure mode is World of Light.
Excellent.
A very nice name. For Sakurai to go like, don't expect World of Light to be anything like Subspace Emissary, but then also just throw a Subspace Emissary boss in there. It's like,
he did sure do a bad job at making me not expect this to be.
It's like
Taboo's in this game.
Like Taboo,
he's in this game.
Like Taboo's in. Like there's no bones about that.
It's good.
It's good. I'm super looking forward to it.
I when I first felt bad about trophies, I was kind of iffy on spirits. I was bummed about All-Star. I was bummed that there was no real event mode. And then I saw World of Light, and I'm like, all right, no, you got it. Okay, yeah, that's good.
I admittedly have expectations, but I feel like this is going to hit them. Like, this will be a nice replacement for most of the stuff we lost.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for this to be one of the first things I do when I boot up the game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is like I'm gonna play a game as Donkey Kong in my favorite map. Like I'm gonna check out like some of the options, and then I'm gonna start playing World of Light.
Yeah,
like
I'm absolutely sure. Like if we do a big like launch stream,
yeah, like that's what we're doing. We're playing World of Light, baby. That's fucking hour one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I am super looking forward to World of Light, and just like, and just like I am just genuinely impressed with how well they managed to take, because we still like, in a sense, when we thought like, oh, what's Spirits mode going to be? Is Spirits mode going to be like the adventure mode? And it's like, technically yes, but also technically no. Like, Spirits mode ended up being this kind of like umbrella for like any of the modes that involve the spirits. So while adventure mode does like we were there, but we just didn't like have all of the information.
Yeah.
So like so Spirits mode technically yes is the adventure mode, but it's also like the events mode. It's also the collection mode, and it's also like all of the other phone games like Level Up, farm, grind, so on and so forth.
I honestly wouldn't be, now that we're talking about it, I would not be surprised that there's a break the targets in World of Light.
Yeah, like maybe that's just like a bonus mode. Yeah,
break the targets.
Yeah. you get a spirit for the sandbag by doing
Dude, if this is the quote unquote ultimate Smash Bros game, sandbag is the final boss. Like the hands, the crazy hand and master hand go along with the sandbag, and the sandbag has been controlling him the whole time.
He is
no doubt in my fucking mind.
He is happy to fight.
He is happy.
Yeah. I don't know if I have much else I could say about World of Light other than it looks good.
Looks good.
Looks real fucking good. I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to play the game.
And that was it for the last Smash Direct until a month from now.
Until the game's out. We are like
32 days?
We are recording this on the 5th. In 2 days it will be 1 month exactly.
Crazy. Absolutely fucking
crazy.
It feels like we've been waiting for this game for 2 years.
Yeah, even though we only started like this year doing this podcast.
Like, kind of wild.
Yeah.
When did they announce Ultimate?
Start of this year, I think.
like in March, I want to say.
Yeah.
In March, they put out that little teaser. They had that little teaser with the Inklings. That's like, oh, Super Smash Brothers is coming to Nintendo Switch. And then
and I was rushing into here saying, how do I make a podcast?
Yeah, we were talking, like, before then we were talking about, like, Keith and I were like, oh, we want to make a podcast about Smash Brothers. It's like, oh, I don't know. And then, like, a week later, it's like, Smash Brothers coming to Switch. It's like, all right, we gotta go.
I remember you were like, this is getting into a bit of a history, but, like, I think it's appropriate. You were like, yeah, me and Cube were thinking about making a Smash Bros. Podcast. Are you in? And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you do not need any convincing.
I think my only caveat was that I didn't edit it, and I was like, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we didn't know it was Smash Brothers Ultimate until like E3. So that was like episode 5. That's weird to think about, that we didn't know it was called Smash Ultimate until episode 5.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like
wow.
the halfway point of the podcast.
Cool.
I thought it was going to be Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, me too. I'm so glad it's a subtitle. And I'm so glad that there's a subtitle to the subtitle.
Yeah. We should talk about the classic mode and then talk about our thoughts of the entire Direct.
Yeah. So that was for the Direct. But then also a couple of days ago, they had Nintendo Live 2018, which was this like all across the board like, you know, tournament style thing they had like Mario. I want to say they had like Splatoon, they had ARMS, they had Mario Tennis, and then they had Smash Brothers, which was obviously like the big draw. Like they had the release build of Smash Brothers, all 74 characters playable, all the stages, and the first night that they had it, after all was said and done, they had Sakurai sit down and go over some additional tidbits. And one of the things that he did was he was just going through menus and stuff, and we got to and before we talk about anything else, when talking about the menus, I put this little subtext here that says, they finally got them right, boys.
Explain.
Because they finally got them right, boys. Everything is where you think it would be. Because, like, they showed off the adventure mode, and for a second, I was honestly thinking, like, alright, adventure mode is going to be in, like, Games and More, isn't it? But no, it's Spirits mode, like I said, it's an umbrella mode. That's where you have adventure mode. That's where you have Spirits board. That's where you have your collection, so on and so forth. Games and mode is classic mode, Mii's, Mob Smash, all that stuff. You know, like Squad Strike and whatnot is underneath the Smash tab. Everything is where it should be.
Remember last time when I was saying they should fire Sakurai's wife? Give her a race.
Give her a race.
She does good work.
Yeah.
It only took 6 games, but everything is finally where they should be in the menus. The menus finally make sense, and I could not be happier. And they look nice.
Yeah.
Is an added bonus. I'm real happy about that. But yeah, I think one of like the biggest part was that Sakurai actually showed off like a little bit of the classic mode. We had seen, you know, little bits about the classic mode before, just the fact that, you know, it was back to its roots, sort of, not like the weird shit in 3DS and the even weirder stuff in Wii U. Classic mode is just going through battles, set battles, and then they brought up initially, it's like, oh, it's tailored to each character, and we were thinking about it, it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of neat. I wonder what that means. Sakurai showed us exactly what that means, because he started going through Ryu's classic mode, and just to show how specific these classic modes can be, Ryu's classic mode is 1v1 matches, 1v1 stamina matches on Omega stages. The first match is against Ken on Suzaku Castle, with I don't know if it's Ken's theme playing, but again, it's stamina matches, 1v1 on Omega stages. So you're just playing Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
The next stage is you fighting against Zero Suit Samus on net while Chun-Li's theme is playing. Like,
you're fighting Chun-Li.
yeah, like, you're fighting Chun-Li, and like, who knows? Like, one of those is absolutely going to be you fighting Incineroar with Zangief's theme playing. Like, crazy.
I'm really keen to see where they go with all that stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I think someone mentioned it that it was that someone played classic mode with Wario, and it was nothing but coin battles.
Was it?
No,
Like...
no. That's what we were saying. What we would like it to be.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I really want it to be that.
I really want it to be that too. Unfortunately, we haven't seen fucking coin battles anywhere, so who knows?
Coin battles are in.
Where?
They were talking about how they returned in one of the previous directs.
All right.
Oh, all right.
I could not. I literally tried looking for it and I could not find it. I could have just overlooked it. Please show me.
You know what? I take that back. I was watching the 50 things about Smash Brothers Wii U.
Yeah.
I got those mixed
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
Never mind. Coin battles.
Disregard.
Like, and they showed off a little bit of Isabel's, and Isabel's is like fighting against a bunch of female fighters, and that's really cute. The cutest thing about classic mode is you thought this game only had one mural? Nope. There are two, baby.
We pay our artists.
There's one in classic mode. As the difficulty ramps up, the mural part of the mural, you see more and more of it, and it gets more and more intense. It's really nice. The intensity of classic mode ramps up naturally as like the better you do, and it actually is kind of variable. Like, there was one match where it went up by like 0.05, and there's one where it went up by like 0.07. So like how well you do does change like how difficult it gets. So like, yeah, just classic mode continues to look really nice. And they did a really good job with like the tailor-made stuff for each fighter of kind of inspiring, like, oh, you know, I actually want to play this classic mode. Like, I want to play all these classic modes to see how they all differ from one another, instead of making classic mode just like, oh, you got to play all these if you want to like get this thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good incentives.
It's good.
It's good. So I think that's about it for like news, like going over recaps. So now we should.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. About an hour and 40 minutes worth. So if we want to talk about our opinions now, this is the place to do it.
How did we feel about the direct in general?
People can notice this when we were reacting to it. I've definitely mellowed out a lot more since that direct. However, I still stand by, I don't think that was not a good direct to end it on.
Yeah.
There were just a lot of issues overall with just how much time they spent on certain things, like the pacing of the direct. I think like for a direct that was supposed to answer a lot of questions that I had, I felt like I had a lot more questions that I should have.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the worst paced directs ever.
Yes.
Like, straight up, ever. Like,
for sure.
Like, this is how it should have went. They should have opened with World of Light, been like, this is the adventure mode, you play through it with spirits, and here's what spirits are. And then they talked about, oh, we're working on DLC, here's the DLC model that we're doing, here are the final two characters, here's Piranha Plant, DLC is coming. That's how that should have been based.
I want that to amend that to, instead of Incineroar or Ken, you put them somewhere else, maybe like
that's the
where K. Rool was, and put K. Rool or Ridley there instead.
That's the other thing. Not to say that these characters aren't great. Like, you know, Ken obviously makes sense for this roster. You know, Echo Fighters, Incineroar. Despite how we were talking about why they wouldn't be in the game, Incineroar looks fucking dope. So, you know, I'm all for that. However, and I'm just gonna ignore Piranha Plant for a second because they're DLC. I still do not believe that Ken and Incineroar are the characters that you show in the last direct.
Yeah, like they're not. That's not ending with a bang. That's ending with a.
If they had not, like, and part of me feels like it's kind of tricky. I definitely feel like Ridley should have been one of the first announcements, just because of like that kind of just set the tone of like, hey, like fuck it, we're just gonna do it. Like,
yeah,
this is like we've been saying like, oh, Ridley's too big, whatever. Fuck it, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen. And like, for a lot of characters, we're gonna make it happen. We made Echo Fighters, so now we can put Crom in. We're gonna make it happen. We can put Dark Samson. We're gonna make it happen.
I think a good thing to do. I feel like you could end on the announcement of 5 DLC characters, and I think that's a great announcement to end on.
Yeah.
I think like saying, "Hey, we're not done with this game. You see these things that we just showed off? We showed off Incineroar, we showed off Ken, we showed off Piranha Plant. We got more. We got 5 more characters in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Be excited about those, and then just give us a little tiny itsy bitsy tease on who you think the next character will be.
I like that silhouette.
We have a good plan on who one of the characters are going to be. So you know what? Here's a little tease, because they did that with Mewtwo and everyone loved it. So I wasn't complaining.
Well, I kind of feel like Piranha Plant was the Mewtwo.
So that's kind of the thing. When they did like the Wii U 50 Factor Extravaganza, like, yeah, Mewtwo, like, Piranha Plant was this game's Mewtwo, because Mewtwo was introduced, like, Mewtwo's not ready for launch, but if you buy both Smash for 3DS and Smash for Wii U and register on them on Club Nintendo, you can get Mewtwo for free. Same thing with Piranha Plant. If you register the game before January 31st, you get Piranha Plant for free. I don't remember in the 50 Fact Extravaganza if that's where they also confirmed that DLC would be on the way. But at least for this game, at least for Smash Ultimate, they coupled the Piranha Plant announcement also with the announcement of we're also, like, DLC is on the way. In fact, the DLC announcement came before the Piranha Plant announcement.
Very, very poorly paced. Could have been better.
Yeah.
Now that I've had a few days to calm down, I am absolutely in love with everything they've showed off.
Yeah.
The direction that they did it and the way that they the order that they did it, I do not agree with whatsoever.
Yeah.
But now that I've been able to, like, really take in everything that they showed off, it was great.
Yeah.
Everything they showed off was great.
Of course.
Let's talk about the characters.
Yeah, so let's talk about the characters. Ken, I'm like, I'll say, like, I'll try him out for sure. I don't like how Ryu plays in Smash Brothers, just because of the, like, 2 kind of conflicting play styles. So I didn't play him much in Smash 4, and I'm not going to play him much either, but I'll definitely give Ken a shot just because of the changes that they made to the character. Because I always liked, in Street Fighter, I always liked playing Ken versus playing Ryu. I love how he looks.
I'm actually coming in from the exact opposite end of you. I would always play Ryu over Ken.
Yeah.
In Smash 4, Ryu is one of, like, my favorite characters to control.
Yeah.
Like, I love how different he feels and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Ken.
Yeah.
Over Ryu almost every single time.
I probably won't. Like, it's incredibly stupid, but when, like, Ryu came out in 4, I had, like, this weird elitism of, like, they're putting these fucking motions in this game. I played this game to get away from this shit.
Like, I can kind of understand that, and it's not that I dislike the fact that you can, like, oh, it's a cute thing where you can do motions to do these attacks. The problem,
you don't have to.
But, like, also, like, a possibility still exists of you trying to play a Smash Brothers character like a Smash Brothers character, and then doing things that you didn't want to do. Like, oh, I'm trying to do, like, a Tatsumaki by pressing side B, and the way that I pressed it, I guess, kind of registered as, like, a quarter circle back, and now, oh, I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
So I
can see where that's
I think, and this is, like, an extremely specific option that I didn't think that they would do, which they haven't, which is fine, of maybe just making it so, like, hey, if you're playing as Ryu or Ken, do you want to play them like Smash Brothers, or do you want to play them like Street Fighter? or do you want to just have both in there?
I see where you're coming from with that, but at the same time, Bayonetta's in this game.
Bayonetta's in this game, but also Bayonetta doesn't have motion inputs.
Bayonetta doesn't have motion inputs, but Bayonetta doesn't play like she's a Smash Bros. Character. Bayonetta plays like she's from a character action game.
Yes, you're right. But when I say playing a character like a Smash Brothers character, I'm talking purely just about input. Yeah, like okay. Mentality and whatnot is separate. Like you can still play Ryu like a Street Fighter character mentality, but using Smash Brothers inputs.
Yeah, you're totally right.
So like I said, I like, even with that in mind, I'm willing to give, Ken a shot just because he looks so fun. Like a faster Ryu with a heavier Shoryuken and like all this stuff. Like hell yeah.
I'm very excited to play Ken. His ults are incredible. He has an ult that's Violent Ken. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just not a situation where I'd want to play because Ryu, I think from what they showed off, Ryu has more utility.
Yeah.
Like Ken doesn't have the shield breaker. Ken doesn't have like the really, really good up air, I don't think.
Right.
But like I never use those anyway.
Right.
Like I get to play as like the Ryu I wanted to play, and I think that's where Echo Fighters really shine. So I'm very excited to play Ken.
Yeah.
He looks great. He looks great. Feels great. Yeah, Violent Ken.
Yeah.
Violent Ken. I wish they did more Echo Fighters like Ken. I want more Echo Fighters.
Yeah,
like seeing Ken makes me want more Echo Fighters.
Even seeing like what they did with Chrom was like, yeah, that made me want more Echo Fighters. But especially seeing Ken and like the love that they treated him, I was like, man, I wish they weren't stopping after this.
Yeah.
Incineroar.
I'm so glad to be wrong.
Dope. Someone playing at one of the events where you could play the full build of Smash Brothers and saying quote, Incineroar feels like the closest thing Smash Brothers has ever had to a traditional grappler. Great.
Yeah,
great.
It's a good thing to hear.
All of Incineroar's moves are so unique and crazy, where it's like, using pro wrestling moves and like doing shit that I would have never expected a Smash character to do, like having a side B, just having someone fucking run the ring and like bounce back.
That's fucking Armika's move from 5.
It's
just straight up.
It's insane. Doing fucking little like wrestling like hype poses like and then you can like and like it's that character is oozing personality.
Yeah,
they did a great job.
When I heard the rumor of Incineroar, like I was like, all right, yeah, it makes sense. Like I didn't think I'd actually want to play as him that much. Now,
I want to play as Incineroar so bad.
He's a fucking main.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it, Cube. Incineroar was the most that makes sense character. Because, like, you think, Incineroar. Yeah, why wouldn't they add Incineroar?
Like, we're going to get a Pokemon character, so, yeah.
We're going to get a Pokemon character. Why wouldn't it be Incineroar? Yeah. But then, like, I never thought of it past that. I just, like, Incineroar makes sense. I never thought about it.
That's kind of, like, to a lesser extent, that's kind of where I was with Greninja. In Smash 4, where it's like, they show Greninja, I was like, oh, that trailer looks cool, and it's like, oh, okay, Greninja looks neat, but then playing Greninja in Smash 4, I was like, oh, this character, like, I'm really into how this character plays, but even from, the difference being that even from Incineroar's trailer, I can tell, oh, I want to play this character so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Day one, I want to unlock this character, and I want to just go into training mode, and just go nuts.
Yeah. They did a wonderful job with that character. Also, his alts, I think Incineroar has some of the best alt colors in the entire game.
A couple. I don't like the shiny alt all that much.
I mean, that's what it's gonna like.
It didn't look that good in game either.
Yeah, like that's
he is one of the only characters in the game to have his shiny as his alt. So like, I'm gonna take that as it is.
Greninja also has his shiny color.
I think
2 out of the 8.
What do you?
Like Pikachu doesn't have one.
Oh.
Like Pichu doesn't have one.
Enough.
Jigglypuff doesn't have one. Lucario doesn't have one. Like
Pichu does have like the spiky ear from like one of the movies, and I think that's
which
neat.
is dope. Pichu also has a Team Skull bandana.
Yeah, that's
like
cute.
fuck yeah.
That's good.
That is the alt.
Also,
but yeah, Incineroar has a Big the Cat.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
alt.
Incineroar
like
has-
that's
the
just
one
Big the
it's
Cat. It's just
like
Big
that's
the Cat.
that is what you fight in a Big the Cat spirit match.
Yeah, yeah, that is confirmed as a Big the Cat spirit.
Yeah, like that's like honestly that's all I can say about Incineroar. Like all I can say is just that character. I did not expect to love that character as much as I would, and even when we were talking about it, it's like Incineroar is this like wrestling character. I was like, oh, that could be cool. I wasn't sure how much they were going to play into it, so I didn't know what to expect. But they played into it so hard, and I love it.
I thought they were going to take Incineroar on at a 5, but they took him on at an 11. Like, they cranked it up.
Yeah, it's, amazing. Is in one word, is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for proving me, again, thank you for proving me wrong.
Thanks,
that's it for the characters.
Yeah, so that's it for the, wait, hang on, wait.
we don't, we got it.
Yeah, we do.
Young Petey.
Now we gotta talk about Piranha Plant.
Yeah, we gotta.
Good.
Can you tell how I feel about it?
Yeah.
Let me go over the roller coaster of emotions. I felt, and maybe you'll agree with me.
Okay.
When Petey Piranha, I'm gonna keep saying Petey Piranha, and I'm trying to say.
Please
Piranha
understand.
Plant. When Piranha Plant was first shown, when they showed off Piranha Plant, I was confused. I wasn't like angry and I wasn't happy. I was confused. I didn't know what I was looking at. I couldn't comprehend in my brain that a Mario enemy is a playable character over so many other people. Like, why did we why is this character here? Why is this character playable? Who did they have to say no to in order to get Petey Piranha in?
Yeah.
What are they doing? How could they do this to me? I don't understand. And then I thought about it for more than 3 milliseconds, and I said, you know what? That's cute. He's moving around cute. You know what? That's kind of cute.
He's got his little
and then I thought about it more, and I was like, this character looks fucking dope as shit. Really imaginative. A great way. Like, if there's a game that has, like Piranha Plant's in every Mario game. Like, he is a staple just as much as a Goomba, just as much as a Koopa, just as much as fucking
Mario.
No one else. Like, the third in line is Piranha Plant. Like, that is a staple Mario character. You know what? I'm down with it. That's fine. I thought about it more. Damn, you know what? All the colors they use, they have references to Paper Mario and his moveset. Like, this is a really interesting character. We are now on day 5 since then. Piranha Plant is the most important character that they added to Smash Ultimate.
And you said this.
Whoa.
You said this in the chat, and I was like, "All right, I need to give you your time. I need you to let you explain this. So the floor is yours."
Here's why. This entire podcast was built around confirmed 5 Smash. What characters do we want in the next Smash Brothers? And our answers are always these: Banjo-Kazooie. We want a third-party rep. We want a bit, like, do it right. We want Banjo-Kazooie. We want Sora. We want this character. We want that character. Why isn't Master Chief in? Put James Bond in. Put in fucking Steve from Minecraft. Put in fucking Sans Undertale. And while we're saying all of this, we're trying to think of the next big character. Who's the next huge... Like, how are we going to make Smash Brothers Ultimate the ultimate Smash Brothers game? And we're saying, we need this big name, this big name, this big name. Meanwhile, like, there's so many other little guys that can get in. Like, there's so many other characters that aren't, like, a name on a box, and they're not, like, a supreme character. And I think Sakurai noticed that. I think Sakurai noticed we put in Cloud Strife in our last game. Like, we put in, like, Pac-Man. We're now reintroducing Solid Snake into this game. Simon Belmont. These are huge characters. When in, like, if you look at Melee, we added in, like, Pichu
Yeah.
and, like, young Link.
Yeah.
Like, we added in characters that were like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's put those characters in. Like, Brawl was the one where they just went all out.
fuck,
They're like, here's
Sonic
all,
the
fuck
Hedgehog?
it,
What?
Brawl's
fuck
kind of
it,
precedent.
here's everyone. Like, that, I think them going all out is, like, what you expect. You expect them to go all out. You expect a completely original character. And I think Sakurai said, you know what? What's the one thing they won't expect? They won't expect just a Nintendo character. Just a character that's been in every Nintendo game you've played with Mario in it. Like, a simple little guy Nintendo character. And I look at that and I go, that means Bandana Waddle Dee has a chance. Like, that means all of these other little guys have a chance. Like, why can't we get this character in? Why can't Boo be playable? Like, them not putting in a big named character is so important to the ecosystem and the future of Smash Bros. Because really, at this point, that means you don't need to be a big name. We always said anybody could be a character, but we didn't really mean that. But, like, even after Spirits and having Piranha Plant in the game, anybody, little or big, can be a playable character in Smash Bros. And I think that's so important.
Not only the tagline that they use for the game, everyone is here, but also what I've taken to saying is everyone can be here.
Yeah. I think it was a really weird choice. It definitely wouldn't have been my choice. If you said, hey, we have two characters, it's gonna be some character from Grand Blue or Piranha Plant, I would have said Grand Blue. Like, fuck off. Like, Piranha Plant, what the fuck? But now that I've thought about it, now that I've sat on it, and, like, when I try to put myself in Sakurai's shoes, like, it's almost impossible. But I can see where he's coming from, where he was like, we don't need a big character for you to have fun. We don't need it to be a box art name. We don't need it to be a big third-party character. It doesn't need to be a franchise that we've never spoken to. We could put any character in. Just trust us. Trust us. Like, we could really put in whoever we want, and I'm going to put in whoever I want. And we were joking how, like, there's no Sakurai pick for this game. Piranha Plant is the Sakurai pick. That is the character that Sakurai put all, like... when he was thinking what character will people not expect, not a single fucking person on this planet called
Except
this.
for one guy.
No one. No.
That was a fluke.
Like, leaks aside, no one called.
Yeah.
And I think that's special. I think it's special that Sakurai managed to once again fool us. Like, we were fooled with Wii Fit Trainer. We said, okay, the bar is now set at a specific place. The bar has never been lower. And, like, that's exciting. Like, it's exciting to say, literally, at this point, we've seen Ridley, we've seen K. Rool, we've seen the possibility of Isaac and Gino getting in. That's how high our expectations got. And Sakurai was like, nope, just a little Piranha Plant. And it works. And we're excited. And we're ready to get this game early so that we can play as Piranha Plant. I think that just goes to show how genius he is. And how, like, he could really let us have fun with anything. And I think it's important that we have a character like Piranha Plant in the game, just to remind us our roots, just to say, hey, at the end of the day, we're having fun. It's a fun game that plays a Piranha Plant. We're having fun. Let's settle the score.
So, I feel like with that, you've made me think a lot about my attachment to Smash. Because, like, the whole time I was seeing this, I was like, half me was, this is dumb. This is so fucking who asked for this? And another part of me was thinking, this is amazing. The madman, you put a Piranha Plant. And I feel like part of that is me now. Part of that is me from, like, when Brawl came out. I don't know who's saying what. I'm so torn on this character. I want to like them. I also don't want to like them because it's just... I cling so hard to this idea of Smash is a prestige series. If you are here, you are big. You represent something in video games.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, you have a point. Like, the Piranha Plant, it was in Mario 1. It is a character, an enemy with prestige. But, while it has earned my respect, admiration, it has not yet earned my love. That will come when it is
We'll wait until 2019 for...
And in the
question of who did Piranha Plant get in over will ring in my brain until the day I die.
Who was on that design document that they had?
Like, who was after Piranha Plant?
Now, but in the meantime, I've done some thinking, and I think they could have done better. I think there are better choices we could have had for the spot of, specifically, a Mario enemy with prestige that is well known, that could be a good fit. And, like, you know, I was thinking a lot about this. Maybe a shy guy. They have, like, a lot of moves they could do, a lot of iterations. Koopa, yeah, pretty good too, but I thought very hard about this. I went maybe a little above and beyond. So if you let me do, like, one very quick confirmed 5 smash, 599 smash, 6 smash, no idea, but
Alright, play the intro.
I think you'll agree with me. So I'm going to copy this image.
Oh, okay.
You press control.
Okay.
Press
Confirm
V.
5 smash. Boom, down!
I'm going to hit enter.
Oh, shit, okay.
Whoa!
They should. I feel like Mario 1, you load it up. What's the first thing you see after you press start? You see Super Mario. You see some blocks. What do you see coming to the left? A Goomba. I think if you were going to put in, like, this kind of... I think it should have been, you know, just a little Goomba. No arms, no nothing. He's come along at you. He's going to do some damage. He's going to do his best. The idea we came up with is, you know, again, there's not much you could do. A bunch of biting attacks, a bunch of movements, but the idea was, alone by himself, he can't do much. In numbers is his strength. So his smash attacks would be calling in another one to, you know, do a leaping bite. Other ones from the sides, maybe do a Goomba stack from Mario Odyssey. Tilts, head bash, puts on the spike helmet, does a roll and bite, kind of like what Dee does, but more like the thing they do in Mario RPG. For the specials, I wasn't really sure for the neutral, up B, Paragoomba, of course, down B for Goomba Shoe. There was a system I had in mind that I kind of abandoned where you could put on the Goomba Shoe for an extra attack, extra shield, but I decided to make that just a stomp. Goomba Skate for the side special, just the thing from 3D World. Air, tailspin, raccoon, another bite, kick, head bonk, final smash, get another Goomba turn to a Mega Goomba. It's... I don't know, I feel like if you put in a Goomba... The Piranha Plant is good, like, don't get me wrong, there's good stuff about the Piranha Plant. At the end of the day, while I was working this, I actually got myself hyped up for what if they just put in a fucking Goomba?
So,
what if?
So, you've also been, you've been doing your homework, and honestly, like, you sent me this image, and I was kind of surprised because I did not expect.
I didn't know you were doing this.
You were hinting to me, like, beforehand, or it's like, you know, I'm gonna do a little bit of, I want 10 minutes to convince you on a character, and I was like, I mean, sure, okay, you can do what you want. I did not expect this.
Yeah, I wanted to do the Smash boards or the Internet Web Forum message board moveset list, basically.
So, as these two know, I've been doing something similar. And as I said from this direct, I've mellowed down. I've mellowed overall. I'm calmer. Now that we know, for the most part, what we can expect from this game, I've kind of calmed down on a couple of things. I made a rather inflammatory comment after the direct, and this comment was akin to, Piranha Plant absolutely deserved to be in Smash Brothers as a playable character before Waluigi. and I admit my comments were emotion driven.
I had a heated gaming
moment. I was in a place of anger. I was petty. But I still feel, and I will make my stance clear on this. I think as far as Smash Brothers Ultimate is concerned, I do not think that Waluigi fans deserve Waluigi. Next game you may have your chance, but you have lost that today.
You have lost that opportunity.
But now that I see things with a clearer head and a clearer mind, I started thinking about, what kind of moveset could Waluigi have that I could get behind. Because, we've seen movesets of, here's Waluigi in Project M. What does he do? He
says wah.
He says wah. He, swims around. He does, Electric God Wind Fist from Tekken or something. And,
Does he actually do that?
Yes.
He has a Tekken-inspired moveset.
And, sure, but also that just felt like they didn't look very far. They kind of, that to me is the epitome of Waluigi as a meme, where they just barely scratch the surface of Waluigi as a character, where they're like, we'll just give him Tekken moves, I guess. Where I do feel like you could do so much more with Waluigi, especially when you consider where Waluigi was introduced in the N64. I am also going to press enter.
Yo, bro, shit. Oh my god, I didn't know you were working that hard on it.
Waluigi, and the only way he'd be good in Smash.
So, I feel like we spoke in a previous episode. Robbie had a confirmed 5 Smash about James Bond, and saying that James Bond would be... One of the reasons James Bond would be a good pick, or at least I said this, is because you don't have a proper N64 representation in Smash Brothers. You don't come from... Because, James Bond, GoldenEye definitely, helped define the N64. You said it yourself, GoldenEye was one of the best-selling N64 games. I think Waluigi is another example of a character that could have, in a way, defined Nintendo during the N64, because he was a character that was introduced in the N64 era. He was introduced in Mario Tennis and Mario Party 3. Those were his first playable appearances. So I think, and also Mario Party just has no representation in Smash Brothers, period.
Yeah.
Even though there's fucking 11 of them.
Even though there's 11 plus Mario Party games,
one out this
year. Yes, somehow they all escape,
There's 3 Mario Kart stages.
There are. So I felt that, you could make a moveset out of Waluigi, out of Mario Tennis, and mainly Mario Party, with a couple of other oddities in there. So the very first move that I designed was a forward smash, where he just, very simple, is you get smacked with the dual glove. I looked at that and I was like, that just seems like a very appropriate move for Waluigi. He's rude. Dual glove is I challenge you. Neutral jab, this one was the one I was the most excited about, is a tennis volley, where he's whacking the opponent 3 times with a tennis ball and with the tennis racket. And I just liked having a unique move. Being able to pick up the tennis ball if you whiff it, which is a very high risk, high reward thing, which you will see in other moves. His having a grab be putting an opponent in a plunder chest for Mario Party 3. And doing all sorts of things with that. I had to throw in a reference to Chip Shot Challenge in the forward throw. A side special would be a poison mushroom, because the poison mushroom is, of course, Waluigi's favorite item.
Yeah.
Waluigi would, depending on how long you held down side special, he would eat it. And he would eat more of the poison mushroom, and depending on how much he ate it would determine how powerful it is, how far it reaches, and also how much you hurt yourself, because you're eating a poison mushroom.
Yeah.
A couple of tilts that I had an idea of. Forward tilt, I cannot take the credit for this alone. My friend Mitt helped me with this one. The forward tilt is inspired by Game & Watch Gallery 4 Boxing, wherein Waluigi cheats and does a kick. Up tilt is a hammer hit from the Mario Party 3 minigame Pipe Cleaners. Up special is flying upward with a mecha fly guy.
That one really got that one hurt my hands.
Yeah.
And two, or no, one. It was a one.
Yeah. Down special. This is the one I like the most. Happening space. You put down a happening space, and it's not, and much like the happening spaces or like the roulettes in Mario Party, it's not pure random, but it's cycling through a bunch of possibilities, and you can't be sure what you're going to get. So it kind of plays into the idea of Waluigi being a kind of a setup character, and like there's a lot of risk associated with this moveset, but if you can pull it off, there's also a lot of, reward.
Yeah, it reminds me of Judge a little bit.
Up air, you gotta put the swim in. And down air and neutral air both represent the Mario Party 3 minigame Trounce and Bounce.
No mention of the ball that you have to roll around on.
No bumper balls.
No bumper balls, so I'm just gonna have to go ahead and trash this entire thing.
Trash it. It's also missing Ken, so I apologize.
Yeah, so put that one in too.
You know what? Actually,
no, this is great.
Actually, you know what? I didn't even think about that.
I love that y'all had great ideas for an alternative to PD or Piranha Plant. And I know that I mentioned that I didn't prepare anything like this, but that was a big lie. I just prepared something while everyone was talking about this. I'm going to go ahead and press enter for my Confer 5 Smash. It's a drawing of fucking Geno! Like, what are we doing? Fucking put in fucking Piranha Plant before... what Mario character are we going to put in next? Put in Geno! But that's what I mean. Like, I think like the fact that it's not a huge Mario or like a huge representative of the series, I think it's like that's so weird and that's so important to like the metagame of picking characters. Like, I think it's like a big cool thing.
But yeah, I don't want to discount that at all. Like, I think you're absolutely right. You sold me. I think.
That said, if one of the first characters revealed for DLC could possibly be Geno from Super Mario RPG,
if you could just go ahead,
that'd be that I'd prefer that immensely.
Okay, all right, check it out. Trailer scene. New Super Mario Bros. Stage with Battleship music playing. 3 Yoshis stunned. Cut to a Koopa shell and Luigi also stunned as Mario walks dangerously towards the camera. Mario walks to the left and Geno's there, and it's the same fucking trailer, but Geno is there instead of PD Piranha.
I was like, I generally have thought about like what a Geno trailer would be, and the only way I think you could do it is Mario, Peach, Bowser doing some kind of fight against some other enemy, and like you put Mal in there because he's an assist trophy, and then
Geno comes in and says exiting the forest is very simple.
Yeah, all you have to do is follow these patterns. My headcanon, and I posted this on Twitter, my headcanon for Piranha Plant was that Waluigi being so jealous and so angry that he wasn't in the next one decides, if those losers don't want me in their game, I won't, but my friend will. And he spent all of that anger and all of that lust to be in Smash Brothers into creating the next big fighter, which just so happened to be him growing a Piranha Plant at home and then introducing him to the world of Super Smash Brothers.
And to support this headcanon, I do want to point out that Waluigi's preferred partner character in the Mario Party 3 duel mode is in fact Piranha Plant. So, there you go.
So jot that shit down.
Let's just go ahead and say it's the same Piranha Plant.
So,
yeah, it's the same. It's
in a pot and everything. So once again, in spite of everything, we continue to be the smartest podcast.
I need you to go ahead and
in spite of 2/3 of this podcast believing the Grinch leak, we remain the smartest podcast.
Despite every other
little
prediction we've made.
little that you could say will sway me.
Yeah, honestly, it'd be a hard fight. I'm just gonna be real. It'd be a hard fight to say that we aren't the smartest Smash Brothers podcast on the internet.
Mensa level geniuses.
Mensa actually did. I did want to say, you can email us at downairpodcast@gmail.com. Mensa did send us a message that was similar. It was similar to a cease and desist, but it wasn't. They said, please stop using us to advertise Mensa in your podcast. And I think that they forgot to send in the second email that was, because you are too smart.
Yeah,
for us,
it wasn't a cease and desist. It was a keep doing.
And Sjalls are great is what they wanted to say. Thank you, Sakurai, for putting in Piranha Plant. I'm very excited to pay $0.00 to play him.
I'm hoping I get my code soon, so I can also pay $0.00 to play as him.
Check your junk folders.
Yep.
If you haven't.
I will be proud to download this character into my game, and I will welcome him with open arms, and I will say, you got in before Gino.
And also probably just
probably
just Gino won't get in, and you'll be here still.
Yeah.
And then we will have Piranha Plant forever. And then when the next Smash Bros. Comes and everyone is there, Piranha Plant will once again show up and say, hello, everyone.
Hello, my friend Gino.
I can't think about doing this whole song and dance again.
I'm getting fucking old.
Not again. Please, God, not again.
So 2 hours and 17 minutes later, does anyone have any closing thoughts?
I can't wait to play this fucking game.
This game.
I'm very excited, very, very excited to play this game in a fucking month.
Yeah,
from now.
I am so excited for this game. Like, even with my negative kind of view of the Direct as it was happening, like, it never at any point subtracted from anything that they had shown already.
It didn't make me any less excited.
Like when they showed off, when they said like, oh, there's no trophies, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, I mean, we still have like all of these other modes. We still have like even when they were like, oh, Grinch Leak is fake, and you know these are the last two characters. Like, oh, okay. I mean, we still have fucking Ridley, King K. Rool, all of these other great fans, Simon Belmont, Richter Belmont, all of these great characters. Like, the roster was still fantastic regardless. So even though I would have liked every single character on that fake leak, this roster is fine.
It's still, Ridley was still asking for too much. I want to throw that out there. Like, we say it all the time, and it continues to be true even after this Direct. If they stopped at everyone is here, it would have been fine.
Yep.
It still continues to be fine. We still continue to have King K. Rool playable.
And now we know that we're gonna get 5 more characters on top of this. The roster.
It's not even over.
Like, there are going to be 80 plus characters in this game.
It's kind of
that
crazy.
Is wild. Like, that's like,
as someone who really doesn't play many other fighting games, it kind of
how many characters did we
changes your expectations.
How many characters did we end with for Smash Wii U? Was it like,
we're gonna get more with this DLC? We will get, I think, like 2 or 3 more. Because I saw a chart and it was like, it was I think we're gonna get like 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, and not even that. I just mean like total. Like, how many characters did we have by the end of Smash Wii U? Was it like, it had to be close to like 60 or something, right? Like maybe a little bit over 60.
Yeah, I think.
It's just like, and like I think about like how many characters were there in like Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4,
Street Fighter 5.
It's crazy how much work gets done for Smash.
It's crazy to me how much stuff there is in this game. Like, even with like all of the unfortunately like cut modes, or it's like even with like no coin battle or anything like that, even with all of the stuff they've poured into this game, like, this game did not get delayed once.
Yeah, crazy.
Smash got like, what, like 2 delays? Smash 4 got delayed like twice, I thought.
Yeah, it was like originally November, and then it was like December, then it was a later date in December, I think.
Crazy.
Yeah, so Smash for 3DS and Wii U had I think before, yeah, so they had 21 newcomers, including all of the Mii fighters.
Okay.
Which means that it was from Melee, it was 32 characters. So that 32 plus 21, that's smartest podcast on the planet. 54. Yes. 54. Yes.
We're gonna be at like 80 now.
We're gonna be if you like doing all this stuff where it's like counting Echo Fighter separately and counting Pokemon Trainer as 3 different characters instead of 1. We're gonna be over 80 when the DLC is said and done.
Smartest podcast. Do not check our math.
Don't check our math. I haven't taken a math class in 4 years. That's
like I can.
Dev, go ahead and do the math after editing. And then let us know how.
Yeah, I'll just crunch the numbers real quick. So that's gonna do it for the 10th episode of the DownAir Podcast.
What a doozy!
What a fucking doozy this will be.
Send us your thoughts.
Send us your thoughts. Email us at downairpodcast@gmail.com. You can send us a tweet at downairpodcast with characters that you would like to, characters that you think will show up as DLC for Smash Ultimate. Let us know.
If you just so happened to have recently created a leak wherein you used the Grinch as a big decider, please go ahead and email me all of your information. I'm just
real curious. I just think it'd be really funny if you did that.
Send us your home address.
And make sure it's yours and not anyone else's.
Good night! Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the